Ever been told what's good and evil? Right and wrong? Moral and immoral? But who decides these distinctions? What if these notions we hold are not universal truths, but merely human constructions? Enter Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher whose ideas have intrigued, confused, and provoked us for more than a century. In his seminal work, Beyond Good and Evil, Nietzsche challenges our deepest held beliefs, pushing us to rethink everything we thought we knew about morality. For Nietzsche, the concepts of good and evil are not as black and white as we might think. He argued that morality is not a universal law, but a human creation, subjective and varying across different societies and individuals. Nietzsche wrote, "It is not the strength, but the duration of great sentiments that makes great men." Let's delve into this radical idea and see what it means for us today. Nietzsche's view of morality is a rejection of the slave morality imposed by religious and societal norms. He proposes a master morality, one where the individual defines their own good and evil based on their will to power, the drive to assert oneself, and shape the world according to their own perspective. Nietzsche challenges us to embrace this master morality, to define our own values, and live life on our own terms. This is not a call to abandon all moral values, but rather an encouragement to critically examine them, to question, probe, and ultimately decide what we truly believe. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process, he does not become a monster. These words of Nietzsche remind us of the need for self-awareness as we question and redefine our morals. For Nietzsche, life was an ever-changing, ever-evolving dance of creation and destruction. He encouraged us to affirm life, to embrace all of its joys and sorrows, its triumphs and defeats. He said, "To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering." Nietzsche's idea of eternal recurrence, the notion that life is a repeating cycle of events, calls us to live each moment fully, as if we were to relive it eternally. Imagine if you were to live this very moment, over and over, for eternity. Would you live it any differently? Would you appreciate it more? This is the question Nietzsche prompts us to ask. In the realm of knowledge, Nietzsche argued against absolute truths, stating that all knowledge is perspectival, influenced by our own biases and prejudices. He urged us to seek not the truth, but rather, our truth. Nietzsche's philosophy may seem daunting, even controversial, but it calls us to be active participants in our own lives, to question, to seek, to challenge. It is a philosophy that values the individual, that celebrates diversity of thought, and that encourages us to create our own meaning. For Nietzsche, the purpose of life was not to conform, but to create. He once said, "One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star." Nietzsche challenges us to embrace our own chaos, our own individuality, and use it to create something beautiful. He reminds us that we are not bound by societal norms, that we have the power to define our own values, our own meaning, our own truth. In the world of Nietzsche, there is no ultimate right or wrong, no good or evil. There are only perspectives, a multitude of unique views, shaped by our individual experiences, our values, our will to power, as we navigate through our own lives. Let's take a leaf from Nietzsche's book, and dare to think beyond good and evil. Let's question. Let's challenge. Let's seek. Let's create. Let's be brave enough to define our own values, to find our own truth, to affirm our own life. And in doing so, let's remember Nietzsche's words: "He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow." Life is not a journey with a predefined destination, but an adventure that we get to shape. In the grand tapestry of existence, We are not mere threads, bound by the designs of others. We are the weavers, the creators of our own destiny. So let's weave with passion, with courage, with the will to power. Let's create a masterpiece that is truly, uniquely, our own. In the words of Nietzsche, Amor fati, love your fate, which is in fact your life.